The unlikely romance why guilt and growth must fall in love. You know what? We have all been told the same thing about guilt. Don't think about it, move on, let it go, and so on and so forth. Like guilt is this useless thing, like a mistake in a book. You just erase it and pretend it never happened. Or something worse, we sweep it under the carpet. And for a while that works. The room looks clean, everything feels fine. But the thing is, when you sweep something under the carpet, it does not disappear. It just becomes a bump. And sooner or later, you trip over it. So maybe the problem is not guilt. Maybe the problem is what we do with it. Because what if guilt is not here to slow us down? What if it is actually here trying to show us something important? Let's look at it in a different way. Think about a normal day in your life. You tell yourself, okay, from tomorrow I'll wake up early. I'll start working out. I'll spend more time with my family. And then what happens? Life. Life happens. You sleep in. You skip the workout. You get busy. And then that feeling. That small pinch in your chest. Not dramatic at all. Not loud. But just there. Most of us try to ignore it. Scroll Instagram. Watch something. Distract ourselves. But what if this feeling is actually useful? Think of it like this. When you're driving, a light pops up on your dashboard. You don't get angry at it, right? You don't say, useless thing, why are you bothering me, right? You say, I have to pay attention because, it is trying to save me from a bigger problem. That's what guilt is. It's a signal. It is showing us the gap between who we are right now and who we want to be. Ignore it and nothing changes. Listen to it and suddenly you know exactly where to start. But here is where it gets tricky. The fear of being seen. It's not just about you. It's about the people around you, your friends, your family, your colleagues. Because guilt does not just make you feel like you messed up. It makes you feel like, what if people see this? What if they notice I'm not as disciplined as I am? What if they think I'm inconsistent? What if they lose respect? So, what do we do with it? We hide it. We act like everything is fine. We act like we have got it all together. But honestly, that's exhausting and also not very real. Here is a different way to look at it. That fear you feel, it actually means you care. You care about your actions. You care about how you show up. You care about your impact. And that is not weakness, that's integrity. But instead of letting that fear push you into hiding, what if pushed you into honesty? Because the truth is, people don't need you to be perfect, they just need you to be real. And when you stop pretending, something interesting happens. Other people stop pretending too, and suddenly, the surrounding you are afraid of becomes a space where you actually grow. So, here is the idea I want to leave you with. Guilt and growth need each other. Yes, I said it. They need to fall in love. They need to fall in love with each other. Because if you try to grow without the feeling of guilt, you become a little disconnected. Yes, you are improving, sure, but you're not really learning from your mistakes. And if you feel guilt without doing anything about it, you are just stuck. Same cycle, same thought, same frustration. But the magic is when these two come together. That is when things change. Guilt gives you direction. It tells you, look, I am here. This matters. Growth gives you the moment. It says, okay, now let's do something about it. And suddenly, guilt is not heavy anymore. It becomes useful. It becomes the ground you push against to take to your next stage. Take your next steps. Because think about it, you can't walk without friction. In the same way, you cannot grow without a little bit of discomfort. So if you're carrying something today, don't rush to get rid of it. Don't sweep it under the carpet. Just sit with it for a moment. Ask yourself, what is this trying to show me? You don't have to be perfect. Nobody is. You're allowed to be messed up. It's okay. You are allowed to restart as well. You are allowed to figure things out slowly at your own pace. The goal is not to be perfect. It is not about perfection. It is about awareness. It's about honesty. It's about small steps forward. So don't run from the friction. Use it. And that is where your momentum is. I'm Vijayant and this is Beta Phase. Thank you for listening to me.